Tawan-tawa ako dun sa tomboy na nag-English kay Rocky. Yung nag-English kay Rocky. Yung medyo ano na ano.
Stop look and listen. Sabi niya, stop look. Basta parang stop look and listen na sinabi niya eh. Pakinggan mo yung passing.
Tawa ko.
Gagawin naman si Erwin Tulfo eh. Hindi naman Inglesero yung ano.
Wala ko kung gano'n sa akin. Sino yung tanong ko?
Putol kasi yung sa akin eh. Hindi mo makita.
Kami magising pa. Naka-ano na ako, naka-mythic na ako. Mythic na.
Hindi na ako lalaro eh.
Hindi ka na nalaro.
Netflix na lang ako.
May pinanood ako kagabi, ewan ko pa napanood mo. Maganda. Teka lang. Don't Breathe.
Sa Netflix?
Sa Netflix. Yung Don't Breathe. Doon ba?
Parang don't look. Dapat ko lang mga ano, yung parang hindi na ako nag-iisip. Sobrang, di ba? Pagod ka na buong araw eh. So dapat ko lang yung mga isip-isip. Hindi ka lang.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to request everyone to please clear their tables and their mouths because we are about to start the program. Thank you.
Para subway lang.
Ito na pala eh. Ayla, ano si Josie?
All right, good evening, ladies and gents. He's making his way already to the front. Hi, how are you?
So many people here.
Well,
I'm not ready for this.
they're not ready for you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Jacob Batalon, everybody. Jacob, thank you for joining us here. We'll let you sit down a little bit first as we start our program. Maraming salamat po for joining us here tonight. We've got Jacob. Jacob, I know you're a little surprised because there are a lot of people here, lots of cameras. But that's because a lot of people are so excited to meet you and get to know you more. Welcome to the Philippines. But before we do that, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, my name is Joyce Spring, and I'll be your host for tonight. Before we start the program, I'd like to call on for his opening remarks, the first Vice President for Program Management, Mr. Jose Marie Abacan. Give it up, give it up.
Hi, napaka-jam-packed today, no? But first I'd like to thank the people from GMA Arts Center. It's very, very nice to see all the familiar faces, especially those people who are budding. We have people from Sony. So Sony, if you need some of our actors, they're all at your disposal. Okay, bring them. Bring everybody. You are actually in the table with Mr. Simon Ferrer, who's actually one of our heads of GMA Arts Center. So you could actually negotiate where I'm talking. Okay, of course, I'd like to thank my yaya. Where's my yaya? Who actually did this. And of course, the other managers. Okay, so we are here right now because we have this certain binibisita tayo ng isang tao who is actually purely Filipino and who visited us in order for him to be able to meet all of you and hopefully that you would be able to learn something from them. Oh, look, look, there's Clint Bandad. You might want another Spider-Man. Okay? So I have good-looking men and women here and some kids. Bido, we will bring you around later. Okay, these are a lot of actors, okay? maybe you should actually act. Okay, so, okay, Kapusa, thank you very much. So I'd like to welcome one of the people that we're very, very proud of course, not for only for us, but for Jimmy, for the Philippines as well, Mr. Jacob Batalon. And we have prepared a video presentation.
In the GMA, the home of Spider-Man movies in the Philippines.
He plays the quirky and charming Ned Leeds in Spider-Man Homecoming. In Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and in currently the highest grossing movie in Sony Pictures history, Spider-Man Far From Home.
And that's basically, you know, Peter Parker's best friend. I mean, he's like the only one who knows his secret. And he kind of just helps him out, you know, being a superhero, trying to be a sidekick type of thing, and also being his best friend. Ned's actually this very sweet, genuine guy. He's very nerdy, I guess you'd say. And all he wants to do is just be like Peter's, like, you know, right hand, sort of. Spider-Man is like a symbol for an everyday person becoming a superhero.
GMA Network, a home of Spider-Man movies in the Philippines, warmly welcomes with Pinoy pride, Jacob Batalon.
Jacob Batalon, everybody. You've got an entire country, an entire continent behind you. Jacob, do you want to say anything to everyone here tonight?
I mean, thank you all so much for coming out to see me. Lonely little me. That's just so amazing. I feel like I'm not cool enough for you all to be here for me. But I love you all so much, and really your support and love means so much to me. You know, Filipinos are really proud people. And I'm very proud of you all for being proud of me, and thank you so much again. This is very overwhelming for me. So thank you again, thank you so much.
Well, it's overwhelming also for us to actually have an FOS within our midst, you know?
Definitely a very, very special thing, I guess.
Yeah, very, very special indeed. But of course, welcome to the Philippines. Is this your first time in the Philippines?
This is my second time, but I was like 4 the first time I was here. So I definitely don't remember much, and it definitely wasn't like this at all. So thank you.
Not this much cameras, I'm assuming, right?
No cameras at all.
And you've been doing a lot of the Asia tour already. How's your trip been so far?
Really tiring. I can't believe this is like the last part of my trip, and I wish I was here longer, but yeah.
Well, we hope that you get to come back soon.
Oh, thank you so much. I really want to now.
We've got a lot of questions for you, and of course, as we mentioned earlier, so many people came out to come and see you and learn from you.
Yeah.
No pressure. I mean, I feel like they're asking you a lot of questions about, you know.
Yeah, just a lot of things, which I hope I can help.
Obviously, yes. Okay, so why don't we start off with some of our celebrities, our stars here in GMA.
Amazing.
GMA obviously is the home of a lot of amazing actors like yourself, and of course a lot of performers. And first up, we've got a question from actress, host, dancer, and singer Bianca MANILA.
Hi, Jacob. I'm a fan of Spider-Man and Bianca.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My question for you is, do you have any advice for celebrities and to all the Filipinos who aspire to be in Hollywood just like you?
You know, I think the most important thing to remember is that really success isn't measured by Hollywood. Hollywood is really just, you know, a buffed up thing that people think is success. And really, what I want to say is that if you are with people who are just as artistic and who believe in the same things as you, that makes you successful already. And really, your work will speak for itself. And that's really what will get you there. Yeah, of course.
That's so true, and I feel like, you know, when you create something that you value, and you know a lot of people value, that makes it so important and successful, right?
Yes, I think Hollywood is such a hollow term. Really, what I think people want to be is like being big Hollywood movies. Really, that's not the main point of being an actor. Unless you want to be famous, which is fine, you know, more power to you. But really, it's just about making the art.
That's true. Was that the first thing that you wanted to do when you decided to become an actor? Make the arts?
Yeah, definitely. I was really douchey in drama school because I was so like into the whole actor mindset, and like I'm always dramatic and I'm always emotional. But now I'm just happy I have a job.
I'm just going into character, guys.
Yeah.
That's you. Okay, we've got another question from your fellow actor. He is an actor and a model, Lulu Madrid.
Wow.
Hi, bro.
Hey, what's
up?
going on, man? I noticed that, I'm gonna just say really quickly, like, famous people here are really good looking. I'm like really enthralled right now.
Only in GMA, I think, maybe, right, guys?
Yeah, of course. Well, first, I just want to introduce myself to the people from Sony. If you guys are looking for a new superhero, I'm just here.
You know, I honestly, they're not the right people to talk to.
I just want to ask, bro, how was your trip in Korea, Tokyo, and Singapore?
It was amazing, man. I think that I had no idea how much fun I would actually have in those places. They all had different things to offer, like the culture and the people. Like really just experiencing a different sort of place. Really was rewarding in a sense. I got to like eat live octopus and like all sorts of weird things. I got to travel around for free, which is amazing. So yeah, it was really fun.
I guess if you could pick one thing that you enjoyed most out of the travels that you did, what would it be?
Probably just indulging in different cultures. I love learning about different people and different things and really just understanding what it's like in the rest of the world besides America.
I mean, it's very diverse culture, I guess. You know, you come to Asia, it's like, you come to Japan, it's different, and the Philippines, it's very, very different.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very different. And I will say everyone here is so lovely.
Well, that's also in you. That's a Filipino DNA. That's why we love it too. All right, we've got another question. This time around, it's from TV host and digital influencer, Almira Deng.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
a big fan of yours,
Thank you so
and
much.
welcome to the Philippines.
Thank you.
Let me allow me to introduce myself. I'm
Yeah.
Almira Deng, and I'm one of the hosts here in GMA Wallwin. And
Hi.
on behalf of Wallwin team, we welcome you here in the Philippines.
Thank you so much for having me.
My question here is, have you eaten Filipino food since you got here? Like, how was this? What's your favorite Filipino
I mean,
food?
I literally got here like 3 hours ago and we ate a bunch of Jollibee.
But I
That's
think,
Filipino, I think.
but I think you have to try our balut. Are you familiar?
I've
with
had
balut?
that already, please. In Hawaii, they do the same exact thing. I mean, there's a lot of Filipinos in Hawaii, and we eat that all the time.
That's a good choice.
It's so delicious. Some people can't take the fact that there's feathers in the egg sometimes, but I love that.
But it's chicken,
It's
right?
so good. I mean, what else do you want to eat?
You have to try it with salt and vinegar.
And you drink the soup inside of it, right? I mean, obviously.
It's good to know that you like the. That's a confirmation that you really are truly Filipino.
And it's one of the best Filipino delicacies.
It is. Definitely one of the strangest ones.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Almira. All right, now we've got another question from model and actor Clint Fondad.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, baby?
What's up, man? You good?
Yeah, good. Actually, the first question was taken by my friend over there, but I just told them to just relax and keep it to me, and I'll discuss anything.
Hey, we can chop it up anytime, bro.
I do this.
Yeah.
DM, bro.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Hit me up. I wish I was here longer, man. Shoot.
Man, my question to you, bro, is what are the places, that's my personal one, what are the places you would love to go?
Oh gosh, you know, I love to be like in the Mediterranean, like in Rome and stuff like that. I've never
Philippines.
Besides Philippines, I mean, it's in my heart. You know, I'll always take that with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the Philippines, I feel like I'd love to do like I love to see like the beaches and stuff like that.
I do allow one.
Yeah, and that and the place where you can like go to like 100 different islands or something like that. Or
That's everywhere in the Philippines. Boracay, Iloilo.
Never got sa Boracay. Kakasawa naman yun.
yeah.
Hey, do you know how to speak Tagalog?
No, but I can understand Ilocano and Tagalog like it's plain
Ay,
English.
Ilocano?
Yeah, I am.
Igulot, bro.
Oh yeah. My dad's a Mongoloid is what it's called. The Mongol people.
No, dude, we're calling the fucking you're stalking people.
You know what it do.
I know. Cool, man.
Amazing, yeah.
Okay, Palawan. Cool.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Clint. Thank you very much. What is your favorite thing to do? Is it like shopping? Is it exploring? Is it eating when you travel?
Well, I realized in Asia I love to shop. Like America doesn't have like cool style like Asia does. So like in Japan and like Korea, even Singapore, we bought a lot of clothes. So much so that I can't even pack them all. So
I think you know what I love about it is seeing like the stark difference between the fashion of Ned Leeds to your fashion.
we're definitely different. Like I don't let my mother dress me. That's what that is.
I think that's a peg of Ned, right? Mommy, please stress.
Definitely.
All right, we've got another question here from actress, model, and singer, and winner of GMA's Talent Search and reality program Starstruck, Shane Saba.
Shane Saba. Where are you?
Hi, I'm a fan for...
Hi. Thank you for being a fan. You don't have to be respectful. It's fine. We're fine.
So my question for you, Bo, is how different and similar are you from your character Ned?
Well, let's see. Ned is very intelligent. Jacob is not. No, seriously, Jacob is really not smart. And Ned is a very good kid. Jacob is a troublemaker. So that's another thing. But for the most part, the thing we have in common is that we love to have fun. I love to have fun. That's really it. Like everything else is pretty much, yeah.
Thank you, Shane. I think that makes you like an even better actor because people see Ned and then they see you and they're like, it's a perfect pairing. It's as if he's portraying himself, right?
Yeah, it's a lot simpler.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing your Instagram. It's like he likes gangster music.
Yeah.
And I can't ever imagine Ned just going bopping to gangsta. Right?
Ned definitely doesn't like that stuff. No.
He doesn't go for that. All right, we got another question this time around from actor, model, and singer and winner of GMA's Talent Search reality program Starstruck, Caleb De Leon.
Yes, hello.
Hey, what's up, man? Can I just say 1 second? There's so many actors, models, and singers. This is amazing.
You are amazing.
No, please, man. I'm saying Filipinos are so talented. Seriously, love it. Go ahead.
Yes, oh my god, Mr. Jacob.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you need a second to breathe. Yeah, just chill.
First of all, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you, man.
Oh, it's a privilege having a conversation with you. I'm literally shaking right now.
Oh man, it's alright.
Yeah, my question is.
Yeah.
Do you have any other projects coming up?
Yeah. I'm doing this Netflix film that's coming out in November. It's called Let It Snow. That's gonna come out in November. I'm gonna film something next month in Vancouver, which I can't really speak about. But so those are really the two things that are happening right now. But yeah, there's other things I'm trying to work on that I can't really like. Work is like kind of weird because I can't really talk about it, like contracts and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Can I be in some of those?
It's tough.
Just kidding.
No, honestly, it's tough. I mean, like, I wish I could have that power, but actors really don't have that power.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
You must be very good at keeping secrets then, because you have to keep them for months on end.
Yeah, all the time. Like, really, like, at this point, like, every film I can't really speak about anymore. Yeah.
But I think that's cool because that's really you preserving the fun and excitement for all of the fans who actually go out and see it. You know how in the MCU you talk so much about like keeping everything in together so that nobody gets spoiled with it, right?
Exactly. But you want to like share those good things with the fans so much because they give you so much, and it's just difficult because we do want to see these things.
I think one of the fun things that I would see on Instagram is after the film releases, after a couple of weeks, I would see you guys posting about the videos of you, rehearsing or back on stage. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's because we have to hold those things in for such a long time that we just explode with it afterwards.
Download the Google Drive, post everything. That's it. Okay, we've got another question. Yes, from this time from a very beautiful actress, Sanya Lopez.
Hi, Jacob.
Hello.
I'm Tanya.
Hi, nice
And
to meet you.
I'm just curious, did you just audition for your role?
Yes, I was going to drama school in New York, and I basically had come across this audition that was like an untitled Marvel project, and it was like a self-tape, and then it was a screen test, and then I waited about a month and a half after that, so that entire process took about 4 months. And for Marvel and stuff like that, you can't speak about anything, so I was just like depressed in my body because I was waiting so long for this. And then when it finally happened, it was amazing. So, yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, you're in drama school and then you get this amazing role and then you get to become like the best friend of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then you get to tour around the world and come back to the Philippines.
Yeah, seriously, I really didn't do anything to deserve this. This is just amazing, seriously.
No, but I think it's really fun because we get to see your personality. I mean, with Ned, we love you, right? Obviously. But then when we get to see your personality, it's even more endearing. Not just to see the contrast, but also how lovely you both are as characters. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here tonight, Jacob. Okay, so we've got another question? No? Not anymore? Okay. Oh, okay. So we already have the questions from the celebrities, but you know, all of these cameras are not just from GMA. We also have friends from the media who came here to come and get to know you more. Are you crying yet? Do we need the Kleenex out?
No. I'm just saying, I mean, I've run into the media a lot, and I'm hoping they don't ask me inappropriate questions.
The one thing that I guess is safe in the Philippines, we're all polite.
Amazing.
Most of the time, at the very least. Okay, our first question is from Peta.ph.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn.
Hi.
I'd like to ask, what was the turning point that triggered you to move from being a musician to being an actor?
It was really just the opportunities that I was afforded. You know, everything sort of like pushed me in the way of making films. I still love making music. I still love writing music. But really, you know, my life and my career is all based off of film. And it's really just, like every decision that I've made has put me to that point. So really, I guess really just like the fear of poverty. Yeah, really just like trying to make sure I'm not starving on the streets.
Do I want to be a starving artist or do I want an acting job?
Yeah, I'm saying it's tough. It's tough to preserve that part of yourself.
Okay, next question is from Manila Bulletin.
Hi, Jacob.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good. Aside from you being in the cast,
Yeah.
what is another great thing about this Spider-Man that you like best among the other version?
Well, you know, I think with our version of Spider-Man, we sort of tell a different story from the first two iterations of it. I think that the first two sort of fell into this, like the same sort of cliches of just him being a superhero as opposed to focusing on his personal life. And our cast is so talented that we make the high school part of his life so much more lively as opposed to him just being a superhero. And I think that's really important.
Another question is, what is a superhero trait from any Marvel character that you think would be useful to you and why?
I mean, flying would be pretty useful. If I could just fly everywhere, that'd be amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, not having to deal with immigration, right?
Yeah, really. But then again, people think you're a terrorist, so I don't know. That's tough.
You're just jumping into people's lives. That's true. Okay, next question is from Manila Standard.
Hi, Jacob.
Hey,
I'm
what's
here.
up? Where you at? Oh, right there. I'm so sorry.
I can hear you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
We don't know how long you'll be here for, if you're going to come back, but I think everybody wanted to know. Do you have any plans to work with local actors?
I really want to. I mean, if I had more time, I would love to collaborate with you all. Really, it'd be really a fun, I feel like a fun project for us to do and to put out there. But I mean, that probably means I have to come back here. So.
Look forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have kami.com.ph. Kami.com.ph, no? Oh, okay. Philippine Daily Enquirer first.
Hi, Jacob.
Oh.
So can you just take us back to your experience working with Spider-Man, working with all the stars, Tom Holland? How's that?
My experience. Well, they're all really. I think the main trait that they all sort of share is that they're all very level-headed and down-to-earth people. And no matter how famous and how successful they are, they're still very, very much in tune with people, and that they're not sort of like separating themselves and like thinking of themselves as higher than others. They're all just very good people.
So any memorable experiences?
I mean, I can't. That's like all kind of personal stuff. You know what I mean? Like I can't really speak on like our lives because it's like a lot of crazy stuff. But I'll just say traveling with them and seeing them in different lights, I think. So.
I think it's interesting that a lot of people would always focus on like the fanfare, right, of being a part of this whole cast. But I would always see that everyone in the cast would always talk about like, it's so personal. You're like a family. You're traveling together. You're making movies together. It's very different.
Yeah, I think that I feel like people want to get into like the lives of actors so much that they sort of want to like ask everything, but really that's sort of like, it's like asking a regular person like, oh, what are you doing in your spare time with your friends? You know, like it's really like, it's a really personal sort of part of your life that you just want to keep private. You know, so.
Very cool. Okay. Next question is from Camille.com.ph.
Hi, Jacob. So many Filipinos feel very proud that the fellow Pinoy is a big part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction, or how did you feel when you found out that you got the role of Ned Leeds?
Wow. It was like a mix of emotions. I passed out in my bedroom because it was so crazy. It was so overwhelming. But really, it was just a mix of emotions. Like it was relief and shock and just happiness and really just so relieved that I wasn't gonna be homeless.
So how about in your experience in Hollywood, which celebrity would you say is the kindest or the most polite for you?
Tom Hanks.
I mean, besides, oh God, I wish I met Tom Hanks. God damn. I'd say Robert Downey Jr. is probably the most down-to-earth person I've met. So.
He is RDJ after all.
Yeah, he is pretty amazing.
Yeah, but it's hard to pick when you've got great people that you're working with.
I feel like I've met so many amazing people, like truly so many. But yeah.
Last question. What is your message to your fans in the Philippines?
Gosh, honestly, thank you so much for loving and supporting me. I would not be here without you all. And truly, this event makes me feel so much more better about myself. And I'm so proud to be Filipino, and I love you all.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That's it for our round of questions from the press and from our celebrities. Maraming salamat po. I know, no math questions came up.
Seriously.
No, what's the solution for the Spider-Man web?
Yeah, no like science, thank goodness. Really not like that.
We wanted to slip it right in, but we were like, no, let's let Jacob have a good time. Okay, so now the fun part. We get to take photos with him. So let's start it off with table 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's do that. Everyone just want to come through? Yeah.
Okay, since they're still standing up, we'll take a photo first. All right, table 1 with our executives from GMA and some awesome Spider-Man fans, obviously. Next table, yes. Up for a photo. Table number 2, please.
Kasama ba tayo?
Lester, tayo daw. Sama ka. Sama ka na. Wala, Lester. Paminsan-minsan lang yan. Magbibidyo. Ayun naman.
Yes, sir. May baka lang yan. Thank you. Para makakuha din tayo. So sorry.
Next up, table number 3, please. Table number 3, please.
nahuhulog.
Next up, table number 4, please. Next up, table number 5, please. Table number 5, please. Table number 6, please. Table number 6, please. Table number 6, please. And last but not least, table number 7, please. Table number 7. Thank you very much to everyone who joined us here tonight. Maraming salamat po. And now it's table number 0, the host's turn to take